Now, starting to get some questions. So, yo, what's good? My name is Reginald, aka the R Star, aka Mr. Straight Fire, and this is the live Q&A for May 2021. So, in this live, well, I'm gonna talk with you guys on the chat, and also maybe some react some songs like the new DJ Khaled and Nas Jay-Z song that I actually haven't listened yet to. So maybe I will listen to it live in this live session. So, all right, so let's start with some questions. I see that. Okay, so Jeremy for thoughts on Beats and Rhymes' new album. I think I didn't follow everything that happened because I know Crooked tweeted Beats and Rhymes, and then Frederick, the producer, tweeted Beats and Rhymes. So at that time, that's what all I knew. And then this morning, I saw that now there might maybe like a Eminem, Dre, Kendrick Lamar song. So maybe that's what it is. But I mean, hey, new song. I'll love that if it happens. What up? What up, people from India? I love you guys. Love from Pakistan as well. The guy who helps me edit my video is from Pakistan. So all love all across the world. My opinion on a Travis and Eminem collab. I think it would be good because I'm not a fan of Travis, but he's very, I think, creative with his music. So I think that him and Eminem would probably do something very fun. And I'm pretty sure Eminem would be able to kill it, even adapting to Travis Styles. Question from Rithik. Did you really talk to M once? I've never talked to Eminem. I'm not sure where do you get that from. I hope it happens one day, but I don't know. Okay. Vinay Nagar Koti says your top 5 verses of all time. Like, is it just Eminem or all time? I think for sure I will say like when it comes to Eminem verse, my favorite verse is probably Renegade, and then just hip hop in general, I would say Inspector Deck verse on Triumph, which I did a breakdown, so you can go check that out. It's hard to say what other verses I think are the best. Those are the ones that come to mind, because if I go Eminem, it's so easy. I can name so many, but just outside of Eminem, my favorite verses, probably one of Tupac's verse on Hit 'Em Up. Also his verse on Changes, some of my favorite as well. Yeah, it's hard. I think that's a question that I would have to sit down and think what are my actually favorite verses of all time. Rakim or Tretch Eminem collab from Kim De Los Santos. I think that'd be cool. I've never really listened to Rakim or Tretch because they were more old school. Although I've been listening to hip hop since like the mid '90s, but I never really listened to Rakim and Tretch. But I think it'd be cool to Eminem because they're both guys that Eminem as a models and has been inspired by. So that would be dope for him. Azazel says, excited about Muddy Waters 2. I'm not sure what that is, but I will guess, is it like a Crooked Eye song? Album or something? Because he has so many albums, I don't know all of them. Bad Meets Evil and Sway Lee would mix well. I don't think I can name a song from Sway Lee. Like, the only thing I know from Sway Lee is that Eminem mentioned him in Premonition on Music to Be Murdered By Side A. But nah, I don't know him like that. Kim De Los Santos says, you ever heard 80 Bars, Redman? Yes, I have, actually. I did. It was dope. And I saw that now on Instagram he does this. He did a 80 Bars challenge where people, I guess, will spit 80 bars and send them to him. And I don't know if there's a winner or anything. Muddy Waters. Okay, Redman. Oh, it's true. It's true. Yeah, I forgot. I mean, I've never actually listened. Like, I've listened to Redman. The most I've listened to him was his albums with Method Man, but his solo albums I'm not that familiar with, and I should, given the fact that his name is Reggie, just like me. Emil says, will this be uploaded later? Yes, it will be uploaded later for sure. What about The Weeknd and Eminem though? Says Yusuf Shady. Well, they already have a song, right, on The Hills remix, and I think it was a really cool song. Okay, let me. What are the other questions? I'm pretty sure I'm gonna miss. Yeah, interview with. Oh, not because I had an interview with Royce. It means that I actually had a convo with Eminem. I wish it would have been the case, but no, it wasn't. Um. Okay. Are you planning to keep doing Genius annotation? Says Vatlo. Yeah, sure, but mostly when I do a annotation is when I'm actually listening to like breaking down an Eminem song. Then I'll go on Genius and see what people either caught or missed. Sometimes they catch things that I miss, and sometimes there are things that they miss. So I go on and I put my own annotations. So for sure, I'll keep doing that. I don't want to miss any. Favorite relapse song, says Thick Commode. My favorite relapse song is Deja Vu, for sure. I think it's probably one of the best Eminem song, for sure, for me. Who would be your dream collab with Eminem? Maybe someone who hasn't collabed with yet. My dream collab Eminem would be, I think, Nas, because I would love, because Eminem has produced songs for Nas but never rapped with him, so that would be really dope if he rapped with Nas. I might be super late. What's my regular job? Well, my regular job, I'm a software developer for a company. So I guess, yeah, I'm a programmer. I program using JavaScript, HTML, CSS, and like database stuff like SQL and PL SQL. So that's what I do. That's my regular job. Is Crooked I one of the most underrated rappers of all time? Um, yeah, definitely. I think it's one of the most underrated album rapper of all time. And I think the thing that's missing from Crooked I is that he's missing a solid solo album that people really like connect with, not just his main fan, but like outside of his fan base. Um, because I think Royce was in a position like that until he did Layers, and then he did the Book of Ryan and Allegory. So I feel like Crooked needs an album like an album like that, either like Book of Ryan, actually a Book of Ryan, like an album that really the whole world gets to know Crooked, and not just for the guy who's good at rapping and putting rhymes together. What do you think about Andre 3000? Yeah, I think he's one of the best. And when I was younger, like Outkast was like my favorite group. And then when they changed their style, then I stopped listening to them. But yeah, Andre is one of the best for sure. Have you heard anything new on getting a Crooked interview? Says Zazzle. No, nothing new. I'm not on my side. Like I don't want to push more and try to reach at him right now because I'm not done with like actually preparing my interview. So I don't want to push too much. And then if he says, "Well, I'm ready tomorrow," and I'm not ready, then I'll be in trouble. Your least favorite M album? I would say my least favorite Eminem album. It's probably Marshall Mathers LP2. It's not that it's a bad album. It's just that I didn't connect with the songs. Like I if I would never listen to that album ever again, I wouldn't be sad. Like Legacy is the song that I like the most. But yeah, I wouldn't be mad. Like I wouldn't be sad. No, I don't have a family. I don't have kids. It seems like I'm always answering Yusuf Shady's questions. Um, do you have dogs? Oh, did you hear the dog? Well, yeah, my girlfriend has a dog, a little Chihuahua. Hi, do you know about rumors of Dre and Eminem collab? Yeah, I answer that. I don't know much I know as much as you guys about Crooked Eye tweeting beats and rhymes. I can't wait for that to happen. Eminem Show versus Marshall Mathers LP. Eminem Show is my favorite album of all time, so I will say Eminem Show over Marshall Mathers LP. But it's like almost neck and neck. But if I have to choose, well, not if I have to choose, Eminem Show is my favorite album of all time, regardless of artists. Yeah, Stay Wide Awake. Stay Wide Awake is definitely a song that actually I wanted to do as a breakdown when it was the 10th anniversary of Relapse, but I missed the anniversary. It's just that there's nothing really to explain. So if I would do a video, it would just be more a technical video and not the whole song. Just like, for example, like the second verse where everything rhymes together. That would be something that I would definitely do at some point. I Yusuf Shady says, you think Murder Beats or Metro Boomin would mix well with M? I don't know Murder Beats is. I don't know like which beats he did, but Metro Boomin for sure. I would love that. Your top 5 hip hop albums. My top 5 hip hop albums, I have to go Eminem Show, Marshall Mathers LP. So those, and then there's this place for 3 albums. I would say Raekwon, Only Built for Cuban Links. That's his first solo album. That's the Purple Tape. Then probably Outkast 80 Aliens. And then the other one, I don't know which, would be my 4th favorite album of all time. Maybe Wu-Tang 36 Chambers, maybe. Azazel, okay, Azazel. All right, I'll get it. Which do you think is the greatest hip hop album? Well, mine is the Eminem Show. But what, not objectively, but if aside Eminem, it might be like the Raekwon's Only Built for Cuban Links. Top 5 rappers. It's a tough one. Not necessarily the best rappers, but my favorite. I can go. I guess so. Eminem, Tupac. Then that's, I know he's not like a lyrical rapper or anything, but one of my favorite is Young Jeezy. I love his voice. I love his energy. I love his realness. And then probably Ghostface or Raekwon. And the 5th, I would go, maybe Nas, and also I really like Drake. I know the old controversy with if he writes his own rhyme or not, but I think Drake is definitely one of the best rappers that we've seen. Yeah, of course Kendrick also I love. My opinion on Lil Baby, I really don't get the hype about Lil Baby. I really don't. So that's my opinion. Like I've heard his stuff. The song about, I forgot the song. He says something, the world ain't black and white, something. Forgot. That's a good song, but I don't get the whole hype. Spited. Shout out to Spited. I think Spited is the best rhymes highlight channel on YouTube. So thanks for being here. The Chronic ain't in my top 5. I forgot about The Chronic. There's too many. It's hard to say a top 5. The Chronic, or I think I've listened to 2000. I've listened to 2001 more. But in my top 5, I think I would have Doggy Style, like Snoop Doggy Style as well in my top 5. But it's so hard. Which one is better, Illmatic or Doggy Style? I think I've listened to Doggy Style more in my life, but doesn't mean it's better. Franklin Lyric says, what do you think of Offended from Revival? I don't really like it. I don't like when he does songs that are just random and kind of childish on a bad beat. I don't mind stupid lyrics and stuff like that on a good beat, but when even the beat is bad, then there's no replay value. And I don't think it's I don't think his flow is that, because flow for me is so important. I don't think his flow is that great on Offended. Is M's verse in Renegade his best? I think the reason why I think it's his best is because of the context of the verse, the fact that he was on Jay-Z's, it was with Jay-Z, he recorded the verse before, and he had a better verse than Jay-Z, was considered one of the best of all time. And then when Nas dissed Jay-Z, he used the fact that Eminem had a dope verse. So it's all this aura around the Renegade verse that makes it one of his best verse, for sure. Nigel Original says, if you could make a greatest hits album, which 11 songs would you put in skits? I don't know what would be the 11 songs, but there would be a lot of songs from the Eminem Show. That's what I would say. Sing for the Moment verse 3 is my favorite, says Nej Snek. Yes, I think, yeah, like the last verse of Sing for the Moment, like there's not a verse that touches me as much. Do you like any artists? Dodge Area says, do you like any artists outside of hip hop? Yeah, I would say I love Ed Sheeran. I think I've said that many times. Who outside of hip hop do I like that I actually listen? Yeah, I think the main one would be Ed Sheeran. Wakar Surf. Wow, I don't know how to say your name. Wakar Surfraz. Have you ever tried rapping yourself? Yeah, I used to rap before, but I've stopped. I've stopped writing. Maybe I'll start again sometime. Yeah, I used to do that, and then I kind of moved away from that, and instead did this channel, breakdown channel. So maybe I will one day do it again, but I don't know when. Have you checked RJ Payne? I know the name, but I don't know what that is. Who he is? Yeah, I love Rihanna too. Outside of hip hop. Okay. Grind Rengen 2. Is there anything about Eminem's lyric style from his younger days that you miss in his current writings? I think I would like some time for him to simplify the lyrics sometimes, not to just go like all spitty all the time. But although he did a really good job of that inside B, but what I miss, I think, from his younger days, it's not in the writing, it's just in the delivery and is how he raps it's what I miss. Like Haley's song's verse, like the rapping verse, it's one of my favorite verse, and like he just goes relaxed. He's not like, except for one part where he's like yelling, but he's really smooth and everything, and that's what is missing. Was missing a lot in his past album, but he's gotten way better at that, especially on side B, like the Zeus verse. Like he's just calm, and he's rapping and he's rhyming and he's flowing. Like that's what I miss sometimes, because I feel that Marshall Mathers LP2 era, that's the reason why I don't really like that album, is because it was just too much rapping, and not, and even like on Headlights, the song about his mom, I feel like he's just, I don't know, I think he was rapping too much instead, and it was, instead of focusing on more the emotion and slowing things down. What do you think about Recovery? Recovery is an interesting album, because it's a good album, I feel, but was not Eminem. Like, he was at a time where he was trying to please people, and at the time I didn't exactly love Recovery, because I felt he did that album just because of the backlash from Relapse, that like he felt, okay, I need to have more radio songs, so he did a song with Rihanna. I need to make song for the fans, so he did Not Afraid. It's kind of, it's a great song, but it's kind of has this corny vibe to it that at the time I was like, that's not Eminem of like, let's hold each other's hands and everything. I don't know, it didn't feel right to me. But as a whole album, it's a great album. But it's a very specific way that Eminem was sounding. Like his voice was different than now and different than how it was before Recovery. Like it's interesting, and I think it has to do with the mixing. The mixing of that album, I don't really like how they mix his voice. It's not clean enough. Dale says, do you know Joey Badass? I don't know his music that much, but I watched the short film on Netflix, Two Distant Strangers, which won an Oscar for short film, and Joey Badass was really good was a really good actor in it. And I think I saw him also in Mr. Robot season 2, probably. Nendra Tofik says, side A or side B when it comes to music be murdered by. Side B is better for me. I liked it more. I have more fun listening to side B. What are your views on Lupe Fiasco? I think he's a good rapper, but I've just never listened to him. Like I think I've never really connected with his style. M voice sounds so rough nowadays. I think sometimes it does. I think sometimes it does. What is your opinion on the sound of Stepping Stone? To me, it sounds exactly like the Eminem show. The way he layered his voice, and yes, says not so special after all. Yes, like that's kind of what I'm missing from him, like the way he sounded. So I wouldn't say Stepping Stone sounds like the Eminem show. It sounds a little more like Encore than Eminem show. But the fact that he's able to go to that place, that like the sound, I wish he would do it more often. But Stepping Stone, it's amazing song. It's amazing. I can't say your name because it's like SHSHSHBBB. Your top says your top 5 DJ Premier beats. I think it's probably my favorite. Probably is Boom by Royce the 5'9", and then the others. Well, I guess off the top I can't think of any, but that's the main one that I would think. Nikhil says, I would love to see you break down Mural. That's like a 7-minute song, so I don't really see that happening unless like I do like here are my favorite 16 lines or 20 lines or something. Your top 3 songs of B-side. Black Magic. I really love Black Magic. I'll go off the songs that I've listened to the most. Black Magic, then These Demons, and maybe Zeus, and maybe Discombobulated too. Like, it's really good, man. I really like. I enjoy listening to side B more like than side A. I feel like if I put on shuffle both, I will. There are more songs from side B that I'll be like, oh, I want to listen to that song. Eddie Wilpan says, do you wish M would stop with all the wordplays and try to just rap more like songs like Rabbit Run and When the Music Stops? I don't think the problem is the lyrics, the word, and all the wordplays. It's all about the delivery. Because, and I'm going to do a video about that, but I think his most underrated verse in the past 5 or 10 years is Bad Husband, first verse. I think it's one of his best verse. And that verse has like, I'm going to do a video on that, but that verse has everything. It has emotion. It talks about his life story. It has this crazy rhyming pattern. It has a very original flow, and there are like word plays within it. So I don't think the fact that he does all word plays is the problem. I think it's just how he delivers them that sometimes might feel like it's too much. Is M's beard still weird? No, it's really, says the Unique Stud. No, it's not weird, and I actually like the look now. I feel like at his age now, like the look that he has, like it's the right look for him. Shazir Carell says, is I Will best songs of music to be murdered by side A? It's one of the best, but wait, what's my favorite song on side A? The song that I listen to the most. I don't know. I don't think I had like one specific favorite song. I had many songs. Like I really like the intro, Premonition. Do you ever consider making a Big L bar breakdown? Yeah, maybe I would. I've never listened to Big L that much, but like the freestyles that he's done are pretty dope. Your favorite Produce M album? Mine is Relapse. I would say my favorite Produce M album, like, so you're asking like beat wise. I think it's the Eminem Show, but I think in terms of sounding, the one that has the best stray beats is Relapse for sure. Like, yeah, Relapse. Theodore Cubina says, Stepping Stone was very emotional, but the female voice is awfully mixed. I don't think it's a female voice, actually. Yeah, I think it's just, they just twisted it, I think. Or I might be wrong. Or maybe I'm confusing with another song. But, no, I liked it. No, I don't think Stepping Stones is an old ass song. I think it was recorded at a time. Uh, okay. Could you ever see? Okay. Brooklyn Baker says, could you ever see Eminem compete in friendly exhibition rap battles in the future? Would love to see if he still has good as he was back in '97. I don't think he will. I think he has too much to lose. Like regardless of if he wins or not, people will say nah, the other guy won. So I don't think he will do that. But I think he would love to do it. But he understands that it's just the hate that he would get would be not fun. My top 5 Netflix series and top 5 movies, says Vinay Nagar Cody. Top 5 movies. It's hard to say, but I would say Inception. I really love Inception. Dark Knight The Dark Knight. Both are made by Christopher Nolan. What else is? I really loved Arrival. The movie was amazing. And then besides, like those are actual really good movie critics wise and everything. But then just personal favorite is like Rocky. Rocky 4 is like the movie that I've listened to the most since I was a kid. So I really love that. Favorite series, I would say Breaking Bad is my favorite #1 series of all time. Really love that. Recently, another series that I really love was, it's not on Netflix, it's on HBO, is Succession. It's amazing. You guys should definitely watch that. And what are my other very series that I really love? Yeah, when it comes to sitcoms, Seinfeld is my favorite sitcom of all time. The Office, is, of course. So yeah. Ethan Witsum says, do you listen to more music genres besides hip hop? Not really, but there's a lot of songs that I would like. A lot of times when I listen to a song that's not hip hop, it's because I've heard it in a movie or in wrestling or something like that. DMX breakdown in the future, definitely something, I guess, like, just to pay respect to him, would be a good thing to do. I guess I should, like, maybe go to sleep breakdown, because all verse were great, and Obi's verse was dope as well. Yeah, Succession, dope, amazing. You guys should watch it. Favorite video game, says Killshot. When I was younger, my favorite video game of all time was Metal Gear Solid 1 on the PS1. Then after that, I would say Street Fighter 2 on the Super Nintendo. But more recently, Uncharted 2, The Last of Us 1. But now, like, my favorite game of all time is God of War on PS4. I think it's the greatest game ever. The story, the presentation, the gameplay, like it's the best game. If you have a PS4 or a PS5, if you've never played God of War, something's wrong with you, and you should go buy it and play it, because it's the best game of all time in my mind. Okay, Brooklyn Baker says, I'm a wrestling fan as well. Do you ever feel embarrassed to be one, especially recently, as the shows have been absolutely awful, as it's aimed more towards children now? I'm guessing you're saying WWE, because there are many, there's like AEW, NWA, there's New Japan, but I only watch WWE, really. No, I'm not embarrassed to be a wrestling fan. I think wrestling is at this kind of a mainstream thing where everyone's aware of wrestling, although they don't watch it. No, I'm not embarrassed, because I almost never sit down and just watch like Raw or SmackDown. I always have it like on my on another screen while I work and everything. Iaska says, what do you think is Eminem's worst album? His worst album is, yeah, it has to be, that's a good question. Maybe Encore, probably. I think Revival is better than Encore. Are your top 5 Eminem albums in order? That's a tough one, because, well, number 1, Eminem Show. Number 2, Marshall Mathers LP. Number 3, Slim Shady LP. Now, I know this is very cliche, and where it gets tough is 4 and 5. I think I would say maybe Relapse, and I think side B for me might be in my top five. Side B. And yeah, so No Recovery or what's the other one? Marshall Mathers LP2. I think in my top five. Encore top three album. No, this album has 8 good songs, 8 bad songs. No, actually, no, less than that. Yeah, less than that. Nij Snack Royce has been better than Eminem in the 2000s, in my opinion. I think he's put out better albums for sure. Shazir Canal says, UFC fighter you like the most? I don't watch UFC like that. I'm more a boxing fan, and my favorite boxer is Canelo Alvarez. Wakora Sofra says, do you like anime? Yeah, I like anime, but I don't watch it that much. The last anime that I've watched, and I don't think I even finished it, was Future Diaries or something like that. Like a show about they get text messages in the future, and then that's how you can kill people. I don't even remember the story, but that's the last one that I've watched. But my favorite, and I think most people, is Death Note. I think Death Note is the one show that even if you don't like anime, like if you're not an anime fan, just watch Death Note. I think it's on Netflix. On most of the Netflix all around the world. It's just a great show. Like, and it's not like anime with fighting and everything. It's just a great story, original story, and it's just anime. You should watch it. Revival was great. I love Revival. Do you prefer new Eminem or old M? Always will prefer old Eminem because that's what I grew up with. And I think lyrically, Eminem right now, he gets better every year. But I think nothing will top like from 2000 to 2002. When it comes to rapping, just saying words, I don't think there's ever been a rapper better than Eminem. Like, he was at his peak. Like, everything was perfect. Like, the way his voice sounded, like the way he would say things, the way he would make his hooks, perfection. Second favorite rapper, Tupac. Okay, so let's because I did say I was gonna listen to the new what's it called? DJ Khaled and Nas song. So I will go ahead and do that because or else it'll be clickbait if I say that and I don't. So let's listen to that. So I'm not gonna watch the chat. I don't know if you guys have heard it or not. Okay, so let's go. How do I do that? All right, I'm gonna watch that. Oops, sorry. Basically, fuck a coin flip. I'm Coinbase. And cryptocurrency Scarface. Like, if you don't know, Nas has invested in Coinbase. I forgot which one, but because of that investment, he's made like $100 million like 2 weeks ago. So I love when rappers are able to brag about stuff in a very clever way, and it's real and it's true. Shout out to Nas, one of the greats of all time for sure, no doubt. Can't wait to hear Jay-Z's. Now, I don't know what people are saying who had the best verse, but man, it's gonna be tough for Jay-Z to top that. And I'm just a couple bars in. I become intimate and fast and drums. Sit in it, run. Everybody's getting bands. We just dance to different drums. Everybody's getting bands. We just dance to different drums. You know, so like bands as in, because a band is like 1,000, so you're getting bands, you're getting money, but a band is a band making music. So a band has the drum, so he's saying we're just dancing to different drums, and that's an expression saying that you all do your things your own way. So everybody's getting bands, everybody's making money, or we're all doing it their different ways. So in the first verse, Nas said, you know, he's more Coinbase, and Jay-Z is more about the investment, the alcohol, and all that stuff. That's a dope line. Jay-Z is one of the best too. Like, it's funny because like when people are asked what are your top 5, like how can you not always say the same thing? Eminem, Tupac, Jay-Z, Nas. Like, I know it's redundant, but like what are you gonna do? What you gonna do? Like, they're the best of all times. Like, you have to name them in your top 5 all the freaking time. Let me do a quick look. What people are saying. Jay-Z's GOAT. Jay-Z still sound the same. Yeah, Jay-Z's one of those rappers. I feel like Jay-Z's one of those rappers that his voice didn't change really getting older, and that's very interesting. And even Nas as well. But so many rappers, their voice changed. Like Eminem, his voice has changed. He doesn't rap the same way. Even Royce the 5'9", if you go back to how he used to sound, like his voice is a little different. But at the same time, like, there are positives and negatives with that, right? Because the negative with Jay-Z sounding his voice still being the same is the fact that, well, his catalog sounds more of the same when it comes to his voice. But at the same time, he kept his dope voice. But and then on Eminem's side, like, if you really love how he used to sound before, then you kind of will miss that. But at least when you look at the full catalog, like, different sounds. Okay, so let me just Yusuf Shades, can you react to Jeezy Freddie Gibbs Talk to Me? That's a dope song, and apparently Eminem was supposed to rap on that song. Eminem's only on the hook, but Freddie Gibbs did something that messed up the whole thing, and Eminem never rapped on it, and it messed up the relationship with Eminem and Jeezy. But I would love an Eminem Jeezy song because they're two of my favorite rappers. Let's go back to the song now. So intermittent fasting is when you decide to not eat for like I think it depends. Like, if you're a woman, it's like 14 hours straight without eating, and if you're a man, it's like 16 hours without eating. And there's a lot of benefits. It can give you more testosterone. It replenish your blood cells and everything. So it's a really good thing to do, and especially if you're trying to lose weight, it's a good thing to do. So, for example, you would only eat at like maybe like your last meal at like 7 p.m. and then you only eat again until 7:14. This it's 4 hours, and then you only eat again like around noon. So that's a way of living. But then Jay says, but never missing a meal. So it's kind of a contradiction. But what he's trying to say is that he's doing things healthy, but at the same time, he's never missing a meal because he's got that money, you know? Like, Meal is a soulful beat I really love. And so when Eminem to rap on this, what's it called? Yeah, on Lord Above type of beat, I really loved it. And I wish he would start rapping on trap beats. I mean, that's what he's done a lot in the past. So Ether greater than Bitcoin. Well, yeah, but I think probably making more money off Bitcoin right now. Yeah, he's been rapping on trap beats since, well, I would believe it's not a trap beat, I would say. Drama Setter hook by Eminem. Yeah, that's a very dope hook. Yeah, man, that was great, man. Eminem is great as hooks. Okay, so I'm about to, I think almost been doing this for about an hour or so. So in the next, I'm going to do that again for like 15 minutes. So I'm going to try to go up and see if you had other questions or any songs. If you wanted me to listen to a song, because, I mean, I'm going to get copyrighted on this video, so I don't care. I can listen to anything. So are there anything you want me to listen right now that I should go check out? I can do that. But before I see all the comments, I know there was a lot of, I want to talk about the NFT, Eminem NFT. You think he made like 1.78 million or something like that? Or let me double check so I don't look like a fool. Eminem NFT millions. I think it was a 1.78. Almost 2 millions. Yeah, he made almost 2 million off NFT. And I know there was a lot of controversy because there's the entry point was like $500 or $313, 313. And yeah, I think there should have been more like just a $10 stuff that first come, first serve, for people that are less fortunate, don't have the money. I mean, I didn't even try. Like, there was no way I was going to spend $500 on some random digital stuff. If I had the money, for sure, but I don't have that kind of money, like, to just spare on things like that. And I know I saw people saying, oh, he's promoting more the NFT than he's promoting the album. Well, there's two reasons for that, right? Like, I don't fully understand why Paul and Eminem is promoted NFTs that much. Because for one, M doesn't need to promote his albums really. Like, because if it's for the fans, like, so what do you care if Eminem sells music and that the casual fan knows that the Eminem song is out? Like, it doesn't really matter, right? Because there's gonna be a new song. You're gonna see it on your new song, Eminem song or album. You're gonna see it on Spotify, and if you're an Eminem fan, you're gonna know when there's new music. But the reason why they have to promote NFTs that much is because what the hell is an NFT? Like, most people don't understand what it is, and I kind of understand what it is. So you have to promote it and promote it because it's something new that he's doing. And notice that every time he's doing something outside of music, he promotes it a lot more because people, when it's music, people would be drawn directly to it. But when it's not music, you need to explain to people what it is and what's the product, and that's the reason why they promoted it that much. Do you know the YouTube channel Hip Hop Universe? Yeah, I do get. They do like top 10 and stuff like that, and like best verses of all time. Yeah, it's a nice channel. What's your opinion on the alternate version of Lose Yourself on Shady XV? It is weird. It is so damn weird to listen to because it's like being on an alternate universe. It's so weird to hear different lyrics on Lose Yourself by Eminem. But it was lacking soul, I think. It didn't have, I understand why it did not make the cut. Like, why didn't you make a breakdown video on Eminem's verse on Big Sean's Friday Night Cypher? Because I thought it was cool, but I did not love it. And it was very long. So when it's a long song, like, I have to spend a lot of time listening to it. And if I don't really enjoy it or don't necessarily feel the need to break it down, then it's not going to be fun for me. Utkarsh says, what should I focus more on as a young artist? Lyrical punchlines or vocals? I will say focus on vocals all the time. Now, as much I break down lyrics are very important, but you may have the best lyrics of all time. If your vocal sucks, then nobody will care. So I think it's harder for someone to be good at just rapping and sounding nice than lyrics. Because lyrics, you can sit down and say, okay, I'm going to spend a week on this verse. It's going to be the dopest verse. And I'm sure it's going to be a dope verse. But just being good at rapping, maybe sometimes it's like you have it or you don't. So I would say focus on the vocals. And then when you feel comfortable in the way you rap and the way your voice sounds, then you can focus on the lyrics. Chris Webby Solitaire. I don't know what that is. Chris Webby Solitaire. Yeah, I know I did say suggest me a song, but I actually just want to know someone know. Have you ever gotten into cannabis? Not that much. Slim Shady says, 8 Mile Road greater than a Rabbit Run, greater than Use Yourself. Am I right? You're wrong. I would say 8 Mile Road, Lose Yourself, Rabbit Run. Eminem should make an album about mental health. What do you think? I think definitely he's going to talk about mental health in his next album. I think it's something he's going to talk about. Did you hear the new Joyner Lucas song? No, I haven't. So, what's the title of the song? His new song? Do you want Eminem to make an other album like Infinite? I don't know what that would be, what it would sound like. Raw the Rugged Man is as great as Eminem in every way. I don't really listen to him, but I don't like the way he raps. I think his delivery is just not that great. Maybe his writing is as dope as Eminem, but no way his rapping is. React to Joyner's new song with Lil Baby. All right, let me Google that and see what's up with that. Okay. Joyner Lucas, Lil Baby. 2 days ago. Okay, that's new. All right. Yeah, I didn't. Oh. Okay, let me. me just resize that. Nope. Okay. All right, let's listen to that. Let me pull up the lyrics at the same time.
I got some needs. I need the money, like I need to breathe. I need some honest and I need to scheme. I need the W by any means. Yeah, that I mean. Tell that little bitch that I'm out of her league. Enough is enough, and I think I'm allergic to suckers. You niggas keep making me sneeze. And I'm out for blood and I'm making them bleed. You try to run it, I'm breaking your knee. I made them fall like I'm raking the leaves. You know I ball like I play for the league. I mean what I say and I
made them fall like I'm raking the leaves, like, you know, fall down, and the fall is the season where the leaves are on your grass, so you have to rake them. So for the flow, yeah, I can tell like he's rapping like Lil Baby, but it's great to see that he's that versatile to do a different style. But that happens a lot. I feel like when people feature on someone else, they just take their flows.
I say what I mean. I ain't no joke, we ain't making no memes. If I pull up on them, I'm making a scene. Then I'm making them scream. Straight from the bricks, I need a lick. I drink the body since I was a jig. Nigga unlit, how can I miss? Came from the bottom and got me a check. Bitch, I'm a threat, I got a flex. You want the crime, but don't know what it takes. I am built different, I'm not what you think. I cannot lose, I go out with a bang. I hope you never say my name in vain. I'm with whatever, just not playing no games. I know they say I change, I cannot say the same. I bet they want me shackled, they're locked in a chain. I guess that's just what happens with bad news. On my mama, I never been fragile. I'm the wrong with the fuck with this taboo. Turn you niggas to R.I.P. tattoos. Still a young nigga, feel like a OG. Can't forget all the shit that they told me. Tired of niggas thinking that they know me. You gon' turn me back into
dope,
the old me. You gon' turn me back into a savage. I done did shit you couldn't imagine. Leveled up and then bought me a mansion. I can never go back to what has been. I can never go back to the old days. No way. Back to walking to work on a cold day. Back to thinking my ex was my soulmate. Back to telling myself it'll be okay. We'll be okay. We're surviving on Ramen and OJ. Shorty paying the bills, I had no say. I can never go back to the bottom.
It's a dope song.
To the bottom. Selling drugs, never know when the cops come.
Shout out to Joyner.
I was just trying to give me some dollars. A couple dollars. Turn my pennies from hundreds to common. I'm so happy them days are behind us.
It's the longest hook ever, although. But it's a big deal, like for Joyner to for Joyner to have a song with Lil Baby, like Lil Baby is one of the biggest rappers right now. So that's pretty dope. Like that's gonna put a lot of eyes on Joyner Lucas. I'm wondering if that's on any album.
Fucking this girl. Fuck all that spinning block. That's a little boy shit we catching. We rocking this world. I let everybody have their fun with me. Never had a woman say she done with me. I was working out on the company. I keep money coming in constantly. My little brody done be having runs for cheap. Trying to get it. I've been on the run for weeks. Don't think none of you niggas could come for me. Both of my kids got it honestly. I'm the real deal. All the way on half step. Gotta do better than last year. That's my motto. Put a switch on the blick for the auto. Put them things on the plane like I'm Rollo. Proud to say that I finally changed up. Why the fuck they keep bringing my name up? Cause I'm poppin'. I can never go back to the old days. No way, back to walking to work on a cold day. Back to thinking my ex was my soulmate. Back to telling myself it'll be
I can see that
okay.
song being like a really like a charting, Billboard charting song for Joyner.
To the bottom, selling
It's a good song.
when the cops come. Niggas jealous, they wanted to rob us. I was just trying to give me some dollars. Couple dollars, turn my pennies from 100 to commas.
I'm so happy them days are behind us. I'm so happy them days are behind me. I'm so happy the paper done found me. I done keep some good niggas around me. I got rid of them niggas who down me. Keeping good energy and I'm prayed up. Tunnel vision ain't nothing could phase us. Once you cross me, ain't nothing could save you. Pull that thing out of fucking, it's dangerous. Bitch, I'm dangerous.
I like Joyner's videos, man, and he directs all his videos. I think maybe this one too. So it's dope. Yeah, it was a good song. Who do you think is dope? Lil Wayne, Lil Baby. Imagine an Eminem and Lil Baby feature. Damn. That's something that could happen. I don't know how Eminem feels about Lil Baby, so that could definitely happen. I didn't get the hype about Lil Baby. I don't get the hype too. Like I mean, he's good, but I don't know why the hype is that high. Yeah, it was a good song. Yeah, Joyner is definitely dope. Not necessarily a lot of lines that stood up to me, but like the flow, the rhyming, was dope. I mean, Joyner's always doing something good. Your views on MF Doom? I've never really listened to him. The Dito Sarkiara says, "Do you like Hobson?" I think he sounds too much like the old Eminem in a way that it's hard for me to really get into. But I think he's good. Wow, that's savage. Theodore Cubenia said the only way Joyner would be called GOAT is if he fell off a cliff. That's savage. And I think it's wrong. Can you react to Redman 80 bars? I've already listened to it, so I don't think. Yeah, I don't need. And also, I'm about to leave, so now, so maybe I won't do that now. Views on NF. NF he's good. I don't listen to him. I think there's something about his voice, the way he articulates his words. Like it sounds like he's talking like that, like from his teeth, and it kind of bugs me. So I don't really. Do you love Cheers of Obi Tries To? Cheers is one of the most underrated album. That album is so good. Like it is so good. Like it's a really, really, really good debut album. It's one of the best debut album, and people don't really talk about it as much. Would you ever do live breakdowns for independent artists? I'd love to send you a song of mine. Alpha Byte Music. So I don't know if you saw that, but on my Patreon, there's a tier, which is a $30 tier where you can send a song and I will listen to it and react to it just like I did this Joyner song or that Jay-Z song. So I'm not going to do a breakdown, just like listen to it. Maybe I'll go more in details. You probably the best is if you send me lyrics. So I'm going to do those once a month. And so I guess if you would want to be featured on next month, you would have to go on Patreon, subscribe for $30, send me a song, and then I'll do it. And then you could always unsubscribe to do that. Have you heard A Magnificent Day for an Exorcism, Fairmunch? No, I haven't. But I don't listen that much to Fairmunch. Okay, drama setter or shit hits the fan. The hook, the drama setter is better. But I think as a song, maybe shit hits the fan. Okay. Okay. Almost one of the final questions. Not so special after all says, do you also feel that Eminem's last 4 album lack a cinematic feel? I mean, just go listen to Till I Collapse, 8 Mile Road, or Criminal to name a few. Such a difference. Yes, I agree they do, but I think like side B and side A, I think he went back to having those beat that change up, because the reason why the other albums felt cinematic, like you're saying, is because of the progression, especially like how the last verse would change and everything. But yeah, but also Till I Collapse, like the beginning of it, that is kind of missing. Yeah, it's missing. I see what you're saying. Basically, you're talking more about the intro part where there's some sounds and it gets you into the song. That is true. But although you could say that the intro of the album, either side A or side B, kind of served that cinematic purpose with the shovel sounds and everything. Is there a rapper you want to do a breakdown on, but they are too complex? Not really. I don't think so. There are songs that Eminem songs that I wouldn't do a breakdown because they're too long. Like I know a lot of people asking me to do a Rap God breakdown, but it's just such a long song. I love you, bro, as much as I love Eminem. Thanks, that's very kind. Who is your favorite new school rapper? I think I would probably like Drake, Kendrick. They're my favorite new school rappers. I guess if you can consider new school, although Drake's been here for like 10 years and so has Kendrick been. What's your opinion if one makes a movie rapping? I think it'd be good, but it would be hard to make sure it's not corny and doesn't look weird. One of the hypest intros ever is Hell for a Hustler. I don't think I know Hell for a Hustler. I don't even know who that is from. Hell for a Hustler. Who's that? Where the hell is this? Tupac Outlaws. Still I Right. Okay. I probably have heard that song since I've heard, I would say, almost every Tupac song. Your top 3 songs on Cheers. Never Forget You. Look in My Eyes. And I think I would have to look at the track listing. Yeah, and Don't Come Down. Yeah. Like, I love this album so much that I just right off the top, I can tell you my top songs of Cheers. Amazing album, amazing. Favorite and least favorite song on each album. Okay, so this will be the final question. So I'm gonna go on each Eminem on Wikipedia and check out each Eminem album and Eminem, except Infinite. Because I don't know that album as much. Okay, Eminem. Let me see. Eminem albums, Wikipedia. Track list. And discography. Okay, so let's start. So this will be the final question. Going through each album, saying which one is my favorite, which one is my least favorite. Okay, so. All right, let me change that like this. Okay, all right. So again, the reason I don't do Infinite is because I don't really know the album. The Slim Shady LP. Let me resize that like this. Okay, all right. Let's look at the track listing. I don't even know what's my favorite song on the Slim Shady LP. It's hard. Because I love Still Don't Give a Fuck is amazing. Rock Bottom is amazing. But it would be easier to say which one is my least favorite on the Slim Shady LP. I think my least favorite is I guess Come On Everybody. Yeah, Come On Everybody would be. Yeah, Come On Everybody. Or I'm Shady. I don't know. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, Come On Everybody, probably. Okay, next album. The Marshall Mathers LP, I don't even need to go in it. Favorite song, Stan. Least favorite, Remember Me. Eminem Show, favorite song, Sing for the Moment. Least favorite, Drip, maybe? Although Drip, Eminem's verse is dope. Okay, next thing I'm gonna do, not for this live, but the next one, because I said that many times to people, that the Eminem Show, I know so much of the lyrics that if you could give me any 5 words together, I can tell you what song it is without Googling. Like, if you put 5 words like together of any song on the Eminem Show, I'll know what song it is. You guys can try, but next live I'm gonna do that. But if you put any 5 words, maybe 6 words of any lyrics that are together, like consecutive words, I'll say this is from that song. So yeah, least favorite would be Drip. Okay, and then Encore. Favorite song on Encore. Ooh. Worst, least favorite, definitely Big Weenie. And favorite song.